Hello. This video can either teach you something new or not, depending on who you are, depending on your level of academic and just otherwise honesty, and whether or not you're willing to lie, cheat, steal, whatever the fuck. Lying makes you feel very, very bad, as I've come to find out in just a very small, isolated instance. I was doing a French assignment, it was pretty late, and I could not be fucked to finish it. Therefore, I looked at an answer a classmate gave me, basically, and just copied that for the French assignment. And lo and behold, the next day, my next day wasn't ruined or anything, but I just kind of felt like an asshole. And that just really taught me, that, holy shit, people do this constantly. People lie constantly, people cheat constantly, people steal. And it's like, they must feel fucking horrible, man. Like, holy fuck. It's really not a good experience. And even, this wasn't like an unforgivable sin, whatever, this wasn't a test, it was a homework assignment. But still, it was like, I didn't do my homework, I just copied. And even then, I felt a little bit, uncomfortable. I felt a little bit like, oh, not very honest. And, man, I just could not imagine the extent to which this happens when you're in that situation where I just got a Duolingo notification that my Swedish practice streak is gonna expire because I haven't done it yet today. I will after this video. So, I can't imagine what the people who lie and cheat constantly must be going through, especially if they're not like complete sociopaths and if they're capable of feeling emotion. Which, I don't know, that must be, that entire mental illness thing is like so fucking scary. Wow. Yeah, it's really terrifying. Could you imagine being a bipolar, sociopath, whatever? Any of these things that like, even what I joke about sometimes, I say like literal Asperger's to like make an anomaly reference. I know Asperger's is like a social condition, whatever, not really on the same level, but it's like, wow, must be fucking horrendous to have any of these mental illnesses. But that's besides the point. Cheating, lying, stealing, whatever. It's not good. It's pretty bad. Especially, it's twofold. It's just, it makes you feel worse, and it can hurt other people, potentially. Now, realistically, who was I hurting with me not doing this French assignment and just copying it from someone? Not many people. Probably no one. But, still, it didn't feel good for me. And so the conversations that I'm going to have later on that day, later that night, whatever the fuck, are probably going to be worse, and my taste is going to be a little bit lower in just quality, and you just really don't want that. So do things honestly, man. I remember this is a point my volleyball coach last year made sure to drill into us, to hammer into us, because obviously when you're doing conditioning, when you're doing a bunch of push-ups, squats, lunges, whatever the fuck, running, you feel very tempted to cheat on some of them, you feel very tempted to skip them, and obviously cheating a rep of an exercise because you're tired is not the same thing as like plagiarism or academic dishonesty or fucking cheating on your wife or whatever. But it's just, when you cheat yourself, whatever your standard is for that, it just doesn't feel good. And the coach said, like, he was talking about grades as well, because it's in school, obviously they have to encourage get all A's, whatever. But he said, I would rather take the fail than to cheat, than to basically be dishonest and just succeed that way, because the success is just, you worked hard for this, you know this, and you get the result. But you, like, dog, you haven't worked hard for it if you cheat, so the letter grade doesn't really mean anything. The only real exception to this is like GTA shark cards. Don't ever buy GTA shark cards, just fucking money drop. Rockstar, this is a joke. Don't, this is a joke. Please don't ban my account, even though I don't play anymore online. Well, I did like story mode a little bit ago because the missions are very fun and the character dialogue is very fun. Now, where am I going with all this? Oh yeah, GTA Online. I used to be the type of kid in that game who would grind legitimately and just wouldn't cheat, wouldn't accept money drops. There was this one time where I picked up like 20k, or like not 20k, 200k of a money drop in GTA, and I fucking asked Rockstar support to refund it. I can't speak English, my bad. So I asked them to refund it, and the guy on the support line was just like, man, just keep it, it's okay, you're not the one who money dropped, just fucking keep it, please. And so I did, and I bought myself, I think it was an Avenger. I'm saying I think it was to sound all mysterious and nonchalant. It was 100% an Avenger. I remember it like it was yesterday. So that is probably bad, because that's a video game. You're not getting anything from real life, and you're also not like hurting anyone from you're not hurting anyone from really money dropping in the video game. Unless, I mean, it can be argued that if you grief, you are, but then again, if we accept that the video game is a net negative for people, if you grief them enough and make them leave, that's going to be horrendous for their mental health. But if that makes them stop playing the game, then that may actually be worth it. But it's probably not going to make them stop playing the game, because they're like, oh, I was so close and then I just got griefed, and then they're going to keep going and keep going. So just fucking get off of there. Get off of GTA Online, unless you have a couple of friends to deal with, or unless you're like, I don't know, unless you really, really want to and you swear it's not an addiction. And yeah, just prescriptive statement, get the fuck off GTA Online unless you have a couple of friends to play with. Even I fall victim to this sometimes. I'll find myself in like an Overwatch lobby or something, and I'm like, what am I doing? And nowadays I close the game after one match, because I'm like, oh, I remember why I left this game. Wow, this video got a little bit sidetracked. I really hope you were able to relate to it and get something out of it. Basically, for the things that matter to you in life, don't cheat, don't lie, don't steal. Even if you, on paper, would do better if you cheated, lied, steal, whatever the fuck, and no one would know, you would know. And that's up to your values to decide, but it's just really not a good look. And it's really not a good image that you're setting up for yourself. And for me personally, I don't know, even that little small French homework assignment that I copied off of someone, that did not feel good, and therefore I won't do it again. And I think there's something to be taken from that, especially in more severe scenarios. Thank you very much. Subscribe, because it helps get more numbers on the thingamabob on the little box under my name on YouTube. Thank you very much. Goodbye.